Hello and welcome to Bonnie Adventures. We've got a bit of a mixed bag for you today. We kick off at the Burnett Heads, where we took a weekend to get our boatloader, and we took a ride on the Tinny on the Burnett River. Then we headed out to Kinilworth, and we went there for the Easter weekend. So we were joined by our son Jonathan and the two little chihuahuas, Tommy and Sunday. And then we went on to Tin Can Bay. Again, another short trip at Tin Can Bay, where we got the folding bikes out, and we show you a bit of a demonstration about how versatile they are and what a solution they are for mobility. Well, here we are on the Burnett River, Bundaberg, and we're just heading upstream. A bit blowy, but it's nice and calm on the river, and we've got the Tinny in. It's the first time that we've managed to use the Tinny whilst we've been camping, so it's it's just a nice little day to try this out. And
the weather is magic.
Yeah,
it's just beautiful, and we just saw the most ginormous pelican just strutting around having a good old time.
So yeah, we're just chugging up the river. We're going to do a Yui in a minute and then pull up at the Riverside Cafe, and it's quite a nice thing to do. We'll just pull that up and then we'll head in for a quick coffee and head back downstream and have a little look around. So we'll take a few shots on the way, but we're just coming up to one of the bridges now. Probably do a Yui around the bridge and Head back for coffee. Giddy up. Tied up at, what was it called? The
Riverside Cafe, I think.
The Riverside Cafe in Bundy. So we've got a coffee.
That's really good.
Really good coffee here. So look at this. You can just tie up, go get yourself a nice coffee and some brekkie upstairs if you want. It's actually closer to lunchtime for us. So anyway, we're just tied up here. Got the rods ready to go. Got a couple of plastics on there. Got a shrimp on that one. And if I pan around, got a little guppy type thing on that one. And just try these lures a little bit further out. Let's see how we go. It's pretty flat and calm in here, but I can tell you the wind is blowing over 20 kilometres an hour as we move further downstream. So it might get a bit choppy, but I've got the GoPro ready to go, and I've got the media attachment on, so hopefully it won't be as blowy, but we'll take a bit of footage as we head downstream and see if we can find something interesting to show. Here we go downstream. Doesn't feel like we're going downstream, but we are.
There's Bundaberg Rum Distillery right there, the famous rum.
Yeah, so we're going to have a look at that. Everyone's heard of Bundaberg Rum and the polar bear, so we'll have a look at that. This is the there's a beautiful crane flying. There's a few sea eagles around as well. But here are the fishing trawlers. I guess they'll go out when the time's right and bring back plenty of the fish in the day. Yeah, we're just having a little cruise down the river and enjoying the coffee. And then we'll get and have a crack at some lure fishing.
Wouldn't it be nice if we'd timed it a bit better, and if we could have got something straight, like fresh off the trawlers?
That would have been good.
Wouldn't that have been good?
Yeah. But we're just, happy tourists here for 3 days, and then we're out of here. But it's just nice to have the boat and go exploring on the river. What fun!
Yeah.
That's good. So here we go. This is the world famous Bundaberg Rum Distillery from the water. So they used to berth up here years ago and export it. There she is, just enjoying the view. So yeah, we've done a bit of a tour. You can smell the molasses as we go along here. And you can see the Bundy logo just up there on the right. Obviously a lot of sugar grown in the area, so this is where it became established. Rum, typically drunk and distilled in many sugar growing areas around the world, Caribbean obviously, and here in Australia, popular sugar growing country around Bundaberg and the Fraser Coast. So here we are adrift, and I've just got some sea eagles and some kites just circling around. This is the mouth of the Burnett River. So we've just been down to Bundaberg, and as we can see here, there's a fishing trawler there that's just been gutting some fish, and the birds are going absolutely nuts. So We might just wait for him to get out the way and cast a line and just see if that works. But look at these sea eagles, just, oh, one's going to dive. Oh, is he going in? Might just go and have a little sticky beak actually. Oh, look at it, they're all going absolutely nuts. He's obviously had a good catch. Look at these guys, all the cormorants, kites. Yes, look at this. All the seabirds there trying to get a bit of fresh fish. Wow, real feels like we're amongst it here. Look at this guy up here, beautiful sea eagle right above us. Look at that, isn't he beautiful? Fantastic. Another beautiful evening at Burnett Heads. Just thought I'd go for a quick walk and give you an opportunity to see this wonderful campsite. This is campsite number 35. Again, I'll just do a quick pan round, just to give you a context of the position. And there's the boat. I've been out on that today down the river, and went and got some coffee and bit of food down at one of the riverside cafes. Got the Ram behind us. Rachel's just having a quick nap, sort of late afternoon. There's the caravan, and yeah, this is a great site. Great site. You're not really overlooked. You just got neighbours left and right, and you just got this beautiful outlook across to the mouth of the Burnett River. And I'm going to take a little walk around, see the sun go down, and maybe catch a few shots and get a few kilometres in before dinner. And this is a new addition for this year as I have a look around. We got the boatloader, and I did a shot earlier of that being loaded and unloaded. This is the first time we've actually set it up by those great guys at Almac, doing a superb job there. So we got the 15 horse motor on the back. We got the Stacer Sea Sprite 379, good to go. So I wanted to get this all set up so we're ready to go tomorrow early in the morning and have a little trip on the beach. And right there is the rack that Almac have kindly put on for us. That trailer sits perfectly on the front bars there, and it doesn't move an inch, so that is fantastic. Great job. It's my wonderful wife who's just about to enjoy a gin and tonic. Yes. And enjoy the sunset. We're going to put up the Mini 3 Pro in a minute and just have a little look around from the air and give you another perspective of this beautiful sunset at the Burnett River here. That's the reason it's called the Lighthouse Holiday Park, because there is an original lighthouse. Relocated, I would suggest, but here it is. So looking back towards the caravan park, and you can see this pathway here, which is great for walking, taking the bikes or electronic scooters, whatever your mode of transport is. And I know from personal experience, this goes all the way to Bargara and possibly onto Elliott Heads as well. So you can take the roadway or you can follow the path. And tonight I'm going to follow the footpath because I'm a bit more mobile. I don't want to start taking the bikes down this sort of path. So yeah, we'll do about 5k walk tonight and watch the sun go down. Yeah, it's my pan round. It's quite a nice view of the sunset. Not sure how that's coming out on the camera, but it's again low tide, but still quite pleasant on the eyes. This path I'm walking on goes all the way to Bargara, and I did this just over a year ago. I took the folding electric bike and had a nice walk, and then we took the bikes and I ended up going to Mon Repos, probably about 10 k's down the road, and then on to Bargara, had a cup of coffee, then came back. So one thing I do like about Burnett Heads is they've really done up the little township here. If I pan around to the right, you can see that's where I was walking just earlier with the mud flats. That'll be high tide tomorrow. And the pub's just across the road. They have a few live bands on Fridays and Saturdays. And this place here, Kelly's, but this is an amazing little cafe. It's really swanky. They've got things to sell, good coffee. It's like a little boutique. Kelly's by the sea. There you go. Look at this. All these little boutiques, etc. Obviously closed now, but you know, very busy. It's a real community sort of hub. You got fish and chips going on here. There's 2 fish and chip shops in town, and you know, pretty reasonable price, I think. There it is, the Lighthouse Hotel. That pretty much is the focal point of this little community. A lot of people come down here. Good food. Probably get around a reasonable steak, 300-gram steak for about 30 bucks. So good feed. And yeah, they've got the usual sort of offerings there. And then you've got a little IGA, gym, pharmacy, fish and chips, and a couple of other little stores in there as well. So this is what I'm talking about now. As you come around the corner from the township, it's just this beautiful orange hue as the sun's gone down. Amazing colours. Doesn't last long. I'll give it about 10-15 minutes and it's going to be complete darkness, but this time of night, these locations, it's just solid. Look at that. We're at Kilcoy, a place called Bluff Creek, and it's a lovely little spot just down by the river. Bit of a truck behind us. He's realised he's stuffed up and has to back out of here. The campsites have got good spacing between them, and so this place is called Russell's Crossing. This is our campsite. You could probably get 2 on here, but it'd be a squeeze. And got the truck in there. There's Rach. She's just doing the roast for tonight, and it's going to be on the fire. So
roast lamb.
Very nice too.
Roast lamb with rosemary and prunes and mushrooms.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that. So that's going to be a bit of fun later on. We're just waiting for the fire to take hold and get down to coals. So over on this side of the campsite, you see you just got this meandering little creek here. Just goes around. Doesn't really flow that fast, and neither do we want it to. And then we've set ourselves up over this side, and there's Rach again. And we've got the mat out and a couple of recliners, but we've got all this space to ourselves, which is great. So we're on like a little peninsula here, which is really gives you a little bit of privacy. Not so much from the noise, but certainly in terms of not having neighbours right on top of you. Got the fire going as well, so yeah, that will go down to coals in about an hour or so. Then we'll get the roast on. There's Tommy and Sunday. You see we've got this little purpose pen. They're only 2 chihuahuas, so they stay pretty contained in there, and they don't really bother us. Occasionally bark if somebody comes by. Johnny's in the swag, so we've got the Anaconda June double swag for his birthday last year, and he's when he comes away with us, he stays in that. It's pretty much. just outside of Kenilworth, and we're by the Mary River, and we're just going to have a little walk just on the other side of the bridge, and they call it the Fig Tree Walk. So a bit of traffic, but this is the Mary River. A few people are down there. It's the last weekend of school holidays. There's a few people around today. This is the Saturday. Back to school on Monday. I thought they said somewhere it was a boardwalk, and I think I'm right. It is a boardwalk. So this must take you down to the side of the river, but we'll take a little bit more once we understand and get our bearings. But I thought I'd better take this because I don't think I've seen a fig tree this big before. Look at the size of the root system. They are absolutely massive. And if I scroll up, excuse the sun, hopefully try and keep out of it, but that is one hell of a tree. That goes up, I reckon, at least 30 metres, maybe more. It's absolutely massive. Okay, look at that. So just walk down. This has, I thought the other one was big, but this one is absolutely huge. I don't think, this is certainly the biggest fig tree. Oh, there is one in Morton. Where is it? By the Grandview Hotel. That's pretty big, but it's like a banyan.
It's nowhere near this.
Don't you think so? Yeah. Look at the roots on it. It's absolutely huge. And I'll try and pan up without getting blinded by the sun, but wow. That is just up through the canopy there. And it's supposed to represent the buttressed root system of the figs. And as you come round, you can see some little snippets of poems that people have written. Judith, is it Bandit? I can't remember. Anyway, there's a few little poems there just to talk about, you know, the history of the place and how old the trees are.
Beautiful.
So yeah, it's the Sunshine Coast Hinterland Poetry Trail. Judith Bandit, if I said that right, Bandit, Lynn Brown, Deanne Lister. There you go. Supported by traceable lines and supported by some artists as well. Pebbles and Canopy. There you go, 3 poems. Yeah, it's a bit steep, this one, but Johnny and Rach are just heading down, and they've got a dog in arms, so they're just taking care. And this is that area we just showed earlier, which is the Mary River, just outside of Kenilworth. We're probably about 5 k's south of Kenilworth, and you can see one of the fallen trees there in the river. I reckon there's a rare or endangered Mary River cod that resides this place, so they'll probably be quite restrictive on fishing. So here we are at Tincan Bay Tourist Park, and we're really impressed with this one because what a lovely backdrop that is behind us. It's like a tea tree forest almost behind us. Great bird life, really at one with nature. And we got the Ram pretty much parked out the front there, and got the Royal Flare on a slab. Really impressive space between the vans. So, you know, we got on the other side here, we've got a camper trailer, and he's got his set up looking out the back there, so you know, a bit of privacy, nothing out the front, which is really good. And we got that separation down the side, and we just run the silage hose over the back there. But full power and water, quite reasonable price. I think it was around 45 a night, but Rachel confirmed that. I think it's pretty good value for this, for the facilities. And just talk about facilities, just have a look over there. That's pretty impressive. They're a new amenities block, really nice, clean, new. There's private toilets and showers even, which is preferable for some people. And we're not even going to put the awning out because there's a bit of a breeze, so we won't do the awning today. And if there's a bit of a sprinkle, we just, the only thing I'm concerned about is the fridge. Hey Rach. Rach is just getting set up inside. Loving it. Yeah, a bit early for an aperitif, so I'm going to have a cup of tea in a minute, and then we might have a gin and tonic Yeah, Rach doesn't agree, but we might have one a bit later on. I just put the tarp over the fridge there just to make sure that the electrics stay nice and dry. And I'll just walk out the back here. There's your power and water hookup. I'm going to set the line up for a bit of washing later on. But check this out. This is really beautiful. So fantastic. It's really, really peaceful. You're not overlooked by anybody. It's just a lovely, lovely spot this is. So we're going to do a tutorial on these electric bikes, these folding electric bikes that we got from Toowoomba earlier this year. Yeah. And what we realized is that we wanted to spend time together, but due to mobility issues and challenges, we wanted to find a solution. And I could quite capably go for a long walk, but Rach would go for about 2 or 3 kilometres, and poor legs would give out a little bit. So
sometimes just 200 or 300 metres, but anyway.
Whatever that, yeah. So it was a bit of a challenge, and we want to spend time together. So we thought about these folding electric bikes. So we didn't initially think about electric bikes, but with so many advancements in technology these days, this worked out to be a pretty good solution. So what I'm going to do is, Rach can help me with this. We're going to show you how to set these bikes up, and just a quick demo on how useful they are for anybody who's camping or on the road. They don't take that long, probably about 2 or 3 minutes. Don't time me on that. But they are pretty quick, and I've had a few practices at these. But the beauty about it is, and I'll just show you, is that they all fit in to this small bag here. Now the bags are sold separately, but look how small they fold up. Now Rachel's one is a bit big because she wanted to have the basket, because Rachel's a bit special with baskets.
No, I just think it's so useful, and it has been so useful. We don't have to carry a bag or anything. It just all gets strapped in there with a couple of bungee cords, and we're right to go. We've been to the markets, we've shopped up big, and we go to just get supplies from Anaconda or BCF or whatever, and we can just pop them all in there and it's done. Yeah. It's so easy.
So they are easy.
But my shoulders get a bit sore if I'm carrying a bag. So
yeah. So this is a great sort of alternate solution for us. And these bikes, they're just a quick word about them. They're by a company called Tepco, which is not really that imaginative. It's the electric bike company. They're based down in Melbourne, or they import them from Melbourne. They've got all Shimano gear on. They've got Samsung battery. You can just see how the battery fits into the frame, so it's all hidden. And they've got a hub motor, so they're not really super powerful, but they do the job. They'll do about 40 to 50 kilometres. Just depends on how much power you use. And obviously if you're doing a lot of hill work, then it's going to reduce your power significantly. But for us, these are great. If you just park up and you want to explore the town.
Well, that's what we're going to do now. We just pulled into this, just the most gorgeous little park, Tin Can Bay Tourist Park, I think. And we love it. And she was so friendly. She said, oh, here's a nice cafe, and here's this and here's that. So we're just going to set these up, go for a little tootle into town. Maybe have a little bit of, then I can get my drink maybe. Anyway, and then we're just going to get a little bite and a couple of drinks or something, and then tootle back. And it's just so easy.
Great stuff.
Yeah, and you don't have to go far.
No, that's right. And just before I get into the bike itself, just have a look in the back of the Ram, because we carry the bikes in the back of the Ram. Look at this space here. It's pretty significant. So I can get 2 bikes in there, extra bags, etc.
We carry loads in there.
We do, don't we?
Yeah, loads.
So, and the beauty about it, I've still got all the tub, which is now full of boat and an inflatable and a motor, and all the swimming gear and everything that goes with it. But in the back here, we get those bikes, and the beauty is if we take a day trip somewhere, if we go off to one of the local towns or whatever, we take the bikes and can just set them up.
Because they're just in there. Like we went, oh gosh, where were we? Imbil. And there was a lovely rail trail and stuff like that, and it's just really nice. You can just whip them out of the car and just go on the bike trail. Where else were we with the rail trail?
Oh, just Harvey Bay. Yeah, Harvey Bay was absolutely fantastic. They've got this beautiful rail trail. I think it's the old Mary to Urangan.
Mary to Bay, it's called Bay.
Mary to Bay.
Mary to Bay rail trail, and it's awesome.
It is. And
so I felt really safe because I'm not as confident as Rob on the road, so I'm actually a bit of a Gumby on bikes generally. So that's another good thing. These are really user friendly to use because I'm really not a coordinated type of person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like them.
And it would be fair to say that all ages could use these bikes, wouldn't it? It's not just, you know, middle-aged people like us, but it can be seniors, it can be young ones, and they can accommodate kids to full-size adults. So anyway, enough talking, we'll get into it and show you how to set them up. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is the bike as it comes in the bag. So you can see it's pretty compact. You can just lift it up like so. 2 zips. It's like a heavy-duty canvas bag, and you just basically remove the bike out of the bag like so. I put these little things here from Bunnings in, and they just protect the paintwork a little bit and stop that getting scratched up. But this is pretty much the bike in the bag, and literally, I'll show you how easy these bikes are. Just fold it out like so. This one here just comes up. Alright, snap that together. Snap this one together, and there's a safety lock there. Then there's a stand on this side here. So that's pretty much the stand. In fact, I'm on a slope there, so that's not going to go very well. So I'll put it like that. The pedals just lock out like so. Then the final piece, and I don't carry these in the bag, but it's the seat and the saddle stem. And I've got my marker there for where my height is, so that's easy. It just lines up like so. Put it on, and in here I just switch the battery on, close that up, power up here, and then you've got about 9 different power settings, and that is it. She's good to go. So this is me now about to power off, and here we go.
There he is.
So straight back. And here's Rachel's one that we built earlier, but they're like a his and hers matching pair at the moment. Wasn't intended to be that way, but they're both real practical bikes. They come with a little horn on, that's easy. Little odometer here and a control panel. I use these as well, these little quad locks. These are great if you're in an unknown area, and you can put your iPhone or your Android phone on there and just start up your Google Maps or whatever, and just gives you a bit of navigation to get around when you're a little bit unsure.
Yeah, we use that all the time. Yeah, it's awesome.
We do. But yeah, 7 or I think it's 7 speed, which is all you need. They'll get up to about 30k an hour, which is more than enough for these types of bikes. And yeah, they've got lights as well. So that's the other thing, inbuilt lights. So you've got a rear light there and a front light, a front headlight as well. And
rear lights, yeah.
Now it's probably what, less than a minute for me to set that bike up.
Yeah.
And away you go. Yeah. So packing up's a little bit more fiddly, only because not in terms of closing it down, but actually getting it in the bag can be a bit tight. You don't have to put it in the bag. I choose to put it in the bag, and the reason for that is I don't want to scratch the ram up and I don't want to scratch the bike up. So that's just my choice. You don't have to do that. You could just wrap a blanket around it, or you can just put it in as is. Depends how much space you got.
And as you said, we use these I mean, cheapest chips little rubber mats from Bunnings. And
$20 for like 10 of them, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and they do lock together. But I use these in the back of the ram to protect the bike from rubbing against the leather or the trim, and also when I fold the bike up, and you can see those little dents there, and that just protects the paintwork. Then all we do is just fold up the bag and just stow that away, and away you go. And then we've got the bikes for the best part of 3 or 4 days while we're here. We carry a couple of little combination locks and longer extending locks if we're out at a cafe or shopping somewhere. And it's just a great mobility option. I think they're absolutely fantastic. A lot of people carry full-size bikes on their vans, and that's fine. I think the advantage of these are really light. These are about 23 to 25 kilos maximum, not even that. They're one of the lightest folding electric bikes on the market.
For an electric bike, that's light.
It's really light, whereas the mountain bike that we have is significantly more heavy. And then you've got to have a full-size bike rack and all the rest. You don't have to do that with these. For those who don't have the size of tow vehicle that we have, easily in the caravan, they just stow in there. We've had just it between, we've got a cafe table in there, and it just goes in between the table or between the seats. The alternative is that you could put it under the bed. So you just lift your bed, 2 bikes underneath, no problem. So yeah, different options.
Like nobody travels in their caravan, so you could actually just literally store it as we have in the past in the actual caravan hallway or in between the cafe tables, etc., and then set them up when you get back. and then just lock them to the back of the van. Done.
There you go, the Tepco folding electric bike. Just a quick word, 250 watt motors, so they're not real powerful, but they do provide a lot of assistance.
Oh, they do.
You can ride these all day, and it doesn't take that much out of you. For full-size adults, like I'm 6 foot tall, over 100 kilos, and that thing goes really well. So no problem with that. And yeah, it's got I think about 9 different settings for speed. And yeah, we're really happy with them. So yeah, just consider that as a mobility option if you're looking for something like this to get around. Giddy up. One of the things I didn't talk about was the price of these bikes. So we've just been out for a ride around Tin Can Bay, and they come in at around just under $2,000 each, which it might seem a little bit expensive, but it is an e-bike. So we were happy enough to pay that sort of price. You can get cheaper ones. I think Aldi do some occasionally, but we were happy with the quality and the performance of these, and the timing was right for us. Yeah, it's as I said, they provide everything that we wanted. So shout out to the guys in Toowoomba where we got those from. It will come over the name of the shop actually, but it was opposite the train station in Toowoomba, and they looked after us really well and gave us the basket and threw in some helmets and a few other extras, so we really appreciated their service. Anyway, this is it all set up now. We got them on charge, probably did about 10-15 kilometres, and we've still got 3/4 of the battery there. This is my little setup here. Looks like a bit of a rabbit warren of wires, but it works. A little extension cable there from the 240 volt socket, little multi-charger cable there, power board, and then 2 chargers there. And it probably takes a few hours to charge these up to full charge, but like I say, you probably get 40 kilometres out of that power assistance, which is enough for us and should be enough for most people. So yeah, it's good. One thing to bear in mind, obviously we've got our awning away today. You'd want to have that out if there was any chance of rain, so we'll keep an eye on that, but I think that by the time it's going to rain, the batteries will be charged up and I'll put all the electrics away. But yeah, it's a little bit of wind around, so we're going to leave the awning down tonight. Tin Can Bay seafront, known as the Esplanade, and Rach is behind me, just getting going. There she goes. And I just turned this called Kindy Beach.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Look at that, right on the doorstep there.
Oh.
If the tide was in, we certainly have a crack at putting the inflatable in, so we got the inflatable with us. Look how good this is, mate. If you've got these little bikes, you know, we're just scooting along here. We've got the power on 4, she's doing about 18, 19, still power assist. And just look at this. How easy is that? And just spin round. You can see Rach going behind me. Yay. Say hello, Rachie.
Hey.
And she's thoroughly appreciating the fact that she's got power assistance, I can tell you that, as am I on these things. But they are good for what they are. So just further down the Esplanade, and just look at this. They've really done this nice, look at that. Someone's got their Tinny out there. Kalula Coast. We're going to have to come back here with the Tinny. So yeah, so there's Rach.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
So happy.
It's we've had some pretty bad weather on this trip, so for us to be out in the sun and just riding along this beautiful purpose-made path is fantastic. It'd be great for families and for kids and for every age group actually. I think it's a great spot, and yeah, we're going to head into town and see what we can find. And as I say, people from all different forms of mobility using this path, it's a great opportunity. Just cycling along the boardwalk. Rach is in front of me. There she goes. Happily got a jacket around her waist, keeping her nice and warm. How good's this? Tin Can Bay, mate. Norman Point. What a great spot.
Love it.
Just love it. Here we are, enjoying our holidays. Fantastic. Just take a look at the view here. Yeah, it's low tide, but sometimes you get the best outcomes at low tide. Good colours, lovely day, blowing a hoolie. There'll be no boat activity, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But it's just a lovely day to be up here. Very peaceful too.
But look at that, just the colour of the sky, it's ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
And the water must come right up to this point as well. There's lots of warnings around here talking about strong tides and what have you, so you just got to be a little bit careful, you know, if you are here with kids. But yeah, lovely day out. Look at them go, little soldier crabs. Look at that. Oh, it's not too bad actually. Hopefully I won't get big. Look at these guys. Wow, look at them go. That's amazing. If I get up close to them, they'll all bury themselves. Look at this. There you go. Hey, look at that. They're going to all bury themselves in the sand. Now just check this out. What a great piece of artwork. It's a fantastic idea. You got some crabs, some sand crabs down there, pelicans, fishing boats, and just come around this side. And I'm trying to do this one-handed on a cricket pitch. That's the fields looking out probably west. A bit of marshland there, maybe a mangrove jack or two. A little turtle, platypus, barramundi, a couple of other, maybe a Spanish mackerel, and a few others. And it comes right the way around. I think that's a fantastic piece of artwork there. And back down to, I can't go over the edge, but that's the dugongs and the fishing boats there. And there's Rach just mounting the curbs there, but I didn't want to risk that, so. But
I just read this was actually painted by or sponsored by Employment Services in Kinilworth, and it was work for the Dole that actually did all of this.
That's
so
fantastic.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is good actually.
Yeah, I like that.
A great bit of artwork and a real eye-catching area here at Tinny Bay. The next day we went to Barnacle's Cafe and we partook in some dolphin feeding, which was a unique experience for both of us. We have never done this before and we thought we'd only see one dolphin. This guy's name is Patch, and whilst we fed the dolphin and were making our way to the exit, we were treated with a nice surprise as another family of dolphins came in, and we were fortunate enough to be able to film them. What a great experience we had.
You won't scare him. You won't scare him. Just under the water. That's it. Take your hand out. See how close you are.
Fantastic. Do you want to hold that?
If he had legs, he might walk up on the beach. Yeah, come in. Get closer. Don't want them beaching themselves. Turn it over. Yep, under the water. Under. That's it. Take your hand out. He's a big boy, isn't he?
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Thank you. That's great.
He's our oldest boy.
So beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So there we have it. We just had this amazing experience of feeding the dolphins, or one dolphin. There's just one today. His name is Patch.
Yeah.
And it's at Barnacle's Cafe at Tinny Bay. It's been going on for 70 years, which is an amazing amount of time. And this dolphin behind us is 40 years old, I think he is.
He's 35.
35. The oldest is 40. They live to 45. So we were hoping we'd see more, but we're just grateful that at least Patch turned up and we were able to feed Patch a fish. But it was $10 each, which I don't think was too bad. And the nice thing about this one is it's done very marine, sort of dolphin friendly, environmental, and they only have their fair quota.
Yeah, they're only fed a maximum of 3 kilos of fish during this process, and it's monitored. Each dolphin is assessed and monitored by the Department of Environment, and that quota, which sounds like a lot to us, 3 kilos of fish, is actually really only a really tiny part of their daily food allowance that they have, out there wild fishing. So apparently, even if this wasn't happening, it wouldn't affect, these people weren't here, it wouldn't affect the health of the dolphins or their ability to survive. So yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, wonderful. Oh, and another one. Oh, there's another one. No?
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Now there's lots more.
That's 6, is it? Oh, wow. There's another older one down. Oh, wow. I think she's the oldest one, isn't she? Look at that. Oh, look at them just playing. Isn't that
So
fantastic?
everybody, we now have in the water, we have Luna, we have Ella and her calf, and we have Ozzy and her calf. So this is the grandmother, that's the daughter, and this is the son. All in the same family. So we have 3 generations.
Rainbow Beach, just by the propeller here of the Cherry Venture. which ran aground, I think it was in the 70s. Anyway, there's a whole history of it here. And yeah, oh, there you go. December 1985. So one of the original props. And I think the wreck was cut down, but there's still the remains there, somewhere on Rainbow Beach. But yeah, we might have a little drive, but it's a very windy day here. Okay. So off to the Carlo Samblo today, which is in Rainbow Beach. So we've come up a big hill, and just turn this around. It's called the Great Walk at Kalula. Bit of a cloudy day, fair bit of wind, but at least it's dry. Rach hasn't got a stick, but she should be okay.
It's just a short and I think quite easy walk, they said. So
well, let's hope so.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and apparently they do hang gliding and parascending here, so that should be quite interesting if that's going on, because the wind is pretty much up today as well. So let's see what we got at the top. This is the Carlo Samblo, and we had to do a little one here because it was so windy you just couldn't hear me talk on the mic, which may not be a bad thing actually. Rachel's freezing there. And there's a bit of information here as you walk up. It's probably only about 500-600 meters or so on the walk, a bit steep, but that's okay. Gives you a bit of information here about the formation and the wildlife. And yeah, very popular with the tourists. See a lot of people there walking around. But yeah, it's just this vast expanse of sand, and you can see all the kids there just running up and down the sand dunes, getting a good bit of exercise. You can probably walk straight across there and do a little bit more. We're not going to bother with that today. We just got that day trip. A lovely view out there. Hey everybody, thanks once again for joining us on Bonnie Adventures. We had a great time at these destinations, and it's just a great pleasure for us to be able to share more of this wonderful coastline across southeast Queensland. We hope we've given you some insights into some of the activities we can do. Truly one of the highlights has been Tin Can Bay, and we will be back here once again, and we hope to be able to get the Tinny, the boat out. It was a little bit blowy for us on this occasion, but we made do, and we used the bikes to great effect. We experienced the dolphin feeding, and we had a lovely dinner at the yacht club. So do come again.